Hello, beautiful people! Vida is here. Now that you can print any book you want at home and bind it yourself while using my web application Bookbindersbuddy, I invite you to join me today in binding a book of poems by Federico Garcia Lorca in Spanish. The most terrible of all feelings is the feeling of having lost hope, once said Lorca. Oh yes, how true is that? So today we are going to do the simplest possible book format again, A5. It is the simplest because after printing the text, we don't need to cut the paper into smaller pages, we just need to fold each sheet of paper in half and we have the right size of our book. I think at this stage you already know how the whole process of getting a book ready for printing works. You download the content of a book from the internet, you format the text as you like it in your text editing program, you convert it into a PDF file and you upload it to my web application Bookbindersbuddy. In the app, you choose the settings you like and you see if you are happy with the visual aspect of the pages. Then you download a zip file to your computer where you can find the folding instructions, which consist of a number of signatures and page numbers from which each signature goes to which page, and two more files with the first and second sides of the pages of your book. Come on people, give it a try. You have no idea how easy and simple it is to print your favorite book at home. Okay, now let's read a little bit from the book. Green, how I need you now, green. Green the breeze, the branches green, the small boat far on the sea, the pony in the high Sierra, with shadows on her waistband. She dreams on her veranda, green her skin and her hair green, with eyes of icy silver. Green, how I need you now, green. Under the gypsy moon, she is observed by things there, things she cannot see. Well, I'm not the best reader, of course, but you know, that's a good book. That's a good book. As always, the most exciting part of binding a book is making the cover. This time I decided to make a bright red barcode cover with a golden oval detail and a vintage metal doorknob attached. I really like this doorknob. When we bought a house in Spain, it had some very old furniture that was in poor condition and we didn't want to keep it. One of them was the wardrobe in the bedroom, which had this knob. We got rid of the wardrobe, but I kept the knob because I knew from the first sight I was going to use it for some of my projects. The problem was that this knob was painted dark brown, just like the wardrobe itself. You don't know how ugly it looked like. And I don't know who would have thought of painting a knob with wall paint. So I had to remove the paint bit by bit with a small paper knife. It wasn't perfect, but in the end the knob was more or less freed of the nasty paint. And then it was attached to the large golden oval. The knob looked like it was made for this book. In fact, look how beautiful this knob looks on the cover of a poetry book. Not too big, not too small, it's really outstanding and gives the book a strong visual impression. In a way, this book cover looks like a little door inviting you to come in, open the book and enter the world of poetry. I think that this cover would not be right for any other book but poetry. I was looking for the content of a book to bind and give it to my friends here in Spain. The summer sun, the Spanish language, and the memories of good times here in Spain led me to the poems of Federico Garcia Lorca. I know some of the poet's work from my studies at the university, but I could say that I rediscovered him here again. And now, in few months, we are moving from Spain to another country, so I wanted to make something meaningful, cultural and charming for my Spanish friends to remember me. I think this project is just right for a gift. What do you think, guys? Do you like it? Thank you for being here with me. Thanks for your time and your curiosity. Please take a look at my web application Bookbindersbuddy if you want to print and bind a book at home yourself, because this app will help you to lay out pages in correct order for printing, so you will be able to print it with one-side home printer. Isn't that cool? Also, take a look at my Skillshare course and see you next week. Bye!